The Center for Social Justice, Equity and Transparency has advised those that are displeased with the just concluded election and the outcome to seek redress through lawful means instead of casting unpleasant remarks on the personality of the INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu. This was made known during a press briefing held in Abuja where the Executive Secretary of Center for Justice, Equity and Transparency, Comrade Isaac Ikwan, disclosed that the 2023 general election was fair and conducted with technology innovations despite the effort of saboteurs trying to discredit the electoral process. However, Isaac Ikwan advises group after the INEC chairman to concentrate on their opponent instead of the INEC chairman and the commission staffs.
The Center for Social Justice, Equity and Transparency scores the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC high on the conduct of the 2023 general elections. We also advise those displeased with this electoral process and the outcome to seek redress through lawful means instead of casting aspersions on the personality of the INEC chairman for reasons best known to them. It is our conviction that those asking for the head of the INEC chairman are the real enemies of Nigeria because their assumptions and allegations are a figment of their imaginations and not the reality on ground. It is a deliberate attempt to heat up the polity and cause chaos because the outcome of the elections didn't favor their preferred candidates. They must come to terms with the fact that in politics, you win some, you lose some. Our position is hinged on the fact that we gathered reports from observers across the country on the electoral process. The majority of the outcomes were positive, indicating that the elections were free, fair, and credible. This much was admitted by some international observer missions that rated the 2023 general elections as credible and arguably one of the Nigeria's most keenly contested elections. May we use this medium to highlight that the African Union Observer Mission, led by the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, commended the electoral process. Thus, I quote, "The mission commends INEC on the progressive measure taken to promote the greater participation in the electoral process, including giving priority to the elderly, people with disabilities, and other marginalized groups. Significant progressive reforms were a key feature of the 2023 general elections. Some of the reforms were a result of recommendations made in previous African Union observation missions. The mission noted that despite the challenging economic, operational, and security environment, the elections were generally well administered in a transparent and peaceful atmosphere." End of quote. The Commonwealth Observer Mission Group, led by the former president of South Africa, Thabo Mbeki, also commended the electoral process, stating that Nigerians were largely accorded the right to vote. The chairperson also noted an improvement with the enactment of a new electoral act in 2022, which gave the Electoral Commission more autonomy, legal backing for the use of electronic accreditation for voters, and frameworks for the inclusion of people with disabilities in the elections, among other things. Thus, the 2023 general elections were indeed free, fair, and credible. And may we use this medium to advise those persons and groups after the head of the INEC chairman to face their opponents instead of the INEC chairperson and commission staffers. The 2023 general elections have come and gone. It will go down in history as one of the most keenly contested elections, as well as one of the freest, fairest, and most credible elections in the country's annals. The Center for Social Justice, Equity and Transparency says that using this media to commend the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, for the conduct of the 2023 general elections and with emphasis on the technological innovations that were introduced despite the effort of saboteurs to discredit the electoral process.
Atonda Babatunde, GTV Africa.